Hi, this is Pastor Theon. I hope this note finds you well. I have a question for you. Have you ever paused to think about if love is a worthwhile endeavor? I think love is worthwhile, but that doesn't mean that it's easy for me. Let's be honest. Loving people can be hard work at times, right? It can be difficult at times to love those who may expect you to tolerate their intolerance. In other cases, it can be difficult to love those whom we judge, both consciously and unconsciously. Love requires us to be present, to show up with our whole self. And showing up can be a challenge in the world in which we live. There's so many barriers which fail to grant people the resources and support they need to show up with their whole self. From laws which deny people equal protection, to ignorance, bigotry, violence, and hatred, there is great need to love. Sometimes those who are nearest to us can be distant in their affection. And likewise, those who endeavor to love us well may also wound us deeply. Being unable to predict whether or not strangers will accept us may result in our shying away from investing in love beyond familiar borders. Such events may cause any person who's naturally wary of being harmed to shut down, to build protective walls around their hearts and minds, to become imprisoned by fear, mistrust, and their past. If this is true, then what's the point of trying to love? Is love a lost cause? My friend, I believe love is far from ever being a lost cause. Love is worth defending. It's worth our gifts and graces. Why do we love? Because it enables us to be free. I've been thinking about the demands love makes on our lives, and you know what? I still believe that love is worth it. Here at Glide, we believe that love is what matters every single day. From small groups that do the work of justice, to feeding programs that allow people to receive bread for their journeys, we engage in a love that really matters, a love that works in the world. We know that we're only as free as the most imprisoned among us, and so we choose to love. As we envision a world free from the cycles of marginalization and oppression, love invites us to leap forward into relationships with strangers. When we affirm the human dignity of all people, regardless of where they're from, what they've done, who they love, why they're here, love becomes a catalyst for change. As we advocate on behalf of the poor and voiceless, love requires us to open ourselves to new beginnings. Love calls to us from the borders of our world and invites us to step over them. Love summons us from mediocre meandering to meaningful movement in the world. It is through our expression of love that we discover a simple yet profound truth. Love makes us free. I give thanks to God for you and hope that you will continue to choose love every single day. It'll surprise you. I look forward to continuing our journey towards freedom, a path that will lead us home to love. I'm excited about experiencing the hope of freedom and the joy of being in love, of giving thanks for love, of working on behalf of love with you, my Glide family. I pray God's blessings on your life. May you always be free to love.